That's by request this morning, 6:20 on the Geoff and Whisp show. That is a 2013 song from Eric Clapton right here on your home for rock and roll, Val Verde, 108.9 The Hawk. What do you think that album was called, Geoff?
Don't listen to anyone but yourself. Is that what it was called?
No, that was not the name of the record.
Really?
Nope.
I swore that's what the Clapton record from 2013 would be called.
Now, go dirtier.
Oh, okay.
Go, think that you're a teenage boy and you have one of these things in your drawer next to your bed.
Pocket Pussy Slob Job.
It is not called... Scotty, I told you. Our producer
was that the original title,
I said
Scotty?
that he was going to say it's called Pocket Pussy Slob Job, also known as PPSJ in the Walmart. You couldn't get it with the...
No. They sold it in Walmart, but they put the acronym on there.
It was a real Rape Me Nirvana situation. But no, that's also not the name.
Well, give me the name of this
It's
song.
called Old Sock.
Old Sock.
In
Fantastic.
2013.
I mean, you got to give it to the slob jobs out there requesting that song at 6:20 in the morning.
6:20 in the morning. They're like,
as far as I'm concerned, Eric Clapton song.
I got to hear something from that 2013 joint that Eric Clapton did called Old Sock.
Look. You know I love rock and roll just as much as the next person. And you know I love classic rock just as much as the next person.
Oh, yeah.
But you have got to be working overtime to convince yourself you like Eric Clapton, let alone anything newish from Eric Clapton. You really got to maybe start reevaluating your life.
There's a song...
If you're doing that.
There's a song on this record, Old Sock, by Eric Clapton, called Till Your Well Runs Dry. And I got to tell you, we know what you're talking about there, Mr. Clapton.
Oh, my God. Of course we do. And it's disgusting.
He's like, I'm just going to be in here with me and me old sock until my well runs dry.
Why has he got to get filthier as he gets older?
Filthy.
Just disgusting Eric Clapton.
His next record, he wants to be called the Jack Hand rather than Slow Hand these days.
But that's how he gets so much into the Old Sock is with that slow hand.
That slow
That's his move.
Jack Hand of Eric Clapton.
Breaking news. All the news you can use. Or the news you could lose. It's news time on 108.9 The Hawk.
Now, I do have to say this. We have to have the News 8888 sounder in the background. Those assholes are not coming on. But I do have to tell you, it is getting worse here in Val Verde. All Val Verde schools are closed today for the walking pneumonia and, of course, the breakout of the Boogie Woogie Flu. Now, they're saying, Geoff, they haven't seen cases like this so rampant. It is airborne now, folks.
It's airborne.
The Boogie Woogie Flu is airborne. Now, we can treat the walking pneumonia part.
That's easy.
That's easy. We cannot treat the Boogie Woogie Flu. You are going to die from that.
You're gonna boogie woogie until you die when you get the Boogie Woogie Flu.
You're just constantly
And the problem is you
moving.
can see it and you can hear it.
Oh my God.
But you can't stop it.
I was driving over here. I was driving down Soundgarden Boulevard.
My God.
Right down from we can kill it. They get it. Right down from Turlington Manor. And I see all these people, all these slobs of Val Verde, God bless them, God bless their souls, that are going to leave their bodies soon because they're just walking down Soundgarden Boulevard. They cannot stop boogie woogieing. It's literally like somebody is playing Soundgarden's Slaves and Bulldozers at full blast, and they're just... Because that's the song that plays as you're driving down Soundgarden Boulevard.
We definitely
It's
all know what that
Slaves and
Soundgarden
Bulldozers.
song is. Slaves and Bulldozers.
100%. And they're just dancing along, and then they drop. One drops, heart goes, boom, done.
I got a feeling that's going to affect our traffic report later. I just have a feeling.
I have a feeling it could potentially impact the traffic report, but it is serious, Val Verde. We need to get serious about this.
This is the worst. These are the worst cases of Boogie Woogie Flu in 15 years.
15 years since, of course, our big, we called it the mass exodus. People just really basically boogie woogied right out of town, died on the outskirts of town.
My God, Charlottesburg just littered with dead bodies.
So many bodies.
And I got to say, don't listen to the Christians because they'll tell you that this was the rapture.
They are going to say
and they'll tell you, like, Kirk Kirk Cameron's coming in and he's trying to make Left Behind 3 all about the Boogie Woogie Flu outbreak that's happening in Val Verde. And I'm going to say, it ain't the truth. It's just pure Boogie Woogie Flu. This is not the wrath of God.
Really, Scotty? Okay, we have Kirk Cameron calling in here in just a few. He's going to talk about how he's going to talk about the Boogie Woogie Flu.
That's so nice.
But before that, what's going on with you? What'd you get into last night?
Oh, man. I got to say, I was down at Flappers.
Oh, there you go.
And they have got a penicillin wing.
Perfect.
I think it wasn't even for this season.
It's good for the rockin' pneumonia.
It's good for the rockin' pneumonia.
There's nothing for the Boogie Woogie Flu.
No, that's the problem. And then I was like, do you have any chasers for this? And they're like, for what? And they don't know. They don't even know. The thing with Flappers, they make wing choices and they do not look at the news.
They have no clue. The fry cook down there, the fry master, he is just shaking. He is just
Johnny
shaking.
Fries a lot.
Johnny
And that's his legal name, by the way.
That
Johnny Fries a lot.
Name. And
he's like, I didn't want to do this. And they said, this is your name. This is like turn of the century England. You go by your last name goes into what your vocation is. And so he's Johnny Fries a lot.
He's Johnny Fries.
He might as well be in a Dickensian novel.
Val Verde is just like turn of the century England.
With his Boogie Woogie Flu, you better believe it's like turn of the century. It's like
wobble. And
Oliver Twist was just twisting. He was doing the twist for the Boogie Woogie Flu.
Come on, baby!
Oh my God! R.I.P. Chubby Checker.
R.I.P. Chubby Checker.
And Chunky Checker.
And Chunky, oh my God, Chunky was my favorite. His brother, who did the songs better than the original, a Chunky Checker, my God. He's come on, baby, let's do the twist.
It was so beautiful. When they had that animatronic Chunky Checker in all of the Chuck E. Cheeses.
He will live forever.
Right next to Scungili. He was just beautiful. He just lives on. We don't need hologram concerts. We just need Chunky Checker.
Can you name all of the people? Sorry. Let me take that because it's going to offend some animatronics listening right now. Can you name all the animatronic animals at Chuck E. Cheese?
Oh, of course I can.
Go.
Oh, that you actually wanted me to do it.
I want you to do it.
I thought the question was just, can you do it? And I definitely can.
I would love to hear it.
Rocky Raccoon.
Okay.
Then there is, of course, Mr. Bulldozer.
Mr. Bulldozer.
And he plays drums in the band.
Oh, yeah. He's like their Cozy Powell.
He is a lot like the Cozy Powell.
He's their Carl
and he did that
Palmer.
Record. Mr. Bulldozer and Cozy Powell did a record together.
That one, it
was called So Much Drums.
So Much Drums. It's just like, and they had it all maxed out, so it's all just breaking for your speakers. It fucked up a lot of stereo systems, people.
I mean, really blew some speakers there.
Oh my God.
And then, of course, on bass, Ranch Dog.
I'm Ranch Dog and I'm on the bass. No, I'm Ranch Dog and I'm in. And they would let him go down into the audience. He's like, I'm in your face.
And this one moved like real fast.
Oh, he's just like.
And he cried ranch dressing, and everyone had to scream, not rabies, not rabies.
Not rabies. There. But I would just reach up with my my slice of pepperoni and I would dip it into his tears. And it was perfect.
With that garlic crust, it really just
Oh my God. Oh my God. Put me down there. Oh, bury me there.
Bury me in Chuck E. Cheese land.
Bury me at the local Val Verde Chuck E. Cheese.
Chuck Entertainment Cheese.
Chuck Entertainment Cheese.
I salute you.
I salute you. Okay, what else? Who else do we have in the band?
Oh, and then there, of course, who was on xylophone? Of course, it was Fungili Consquili.
Oh.
And it was weird. It was like both racially problematic character.
It was very racially
and unclear what the food was. You're like, wait, are you scungili? Are you pasta?
Yep.
And you never know, but you're too busy watching him just rock out on those xylophones.
Oh, he is just beating the shit out of the xylophone. You're looking at Squazili, and you're just like, you're eating your piece of pizza, and you're looking at him, and you're just, you have like a pause, like your mind is working. You can feel the gears engaging, and then Ranch Dog's in your face, and he's just like, and I'm like, come on, Ranch Dog, you have a show to play.
You gotta get back up there.
But
who's keeping it all together, of course?
Who's that?
Is Janice from the Electric Teeth Band. And it's crazy that they had one crossover of the Muppets and the Chuck E. Cheese Rock Explosion Band. But
no rights sharing whatsoever. There was a legal battle every day.
I'm pretty sure that Chuck E. Cheese started in Florida, and as we all know, anything goes there.
Anything goes in Florida. Even their animatronic Jim Henson in the background and his lawyers, who would always just turn on at the end of the show like, this is the last one.
Headband just soaked through with ranch dressing.
Oh, a Frank Oz just standing next to him, just pissed off like usual. And it wasn't the animatronic. It was the real Frank Oz.
Real Frank Oz, when he's not directing movies, when he's not showing up in surprising roles. I mean, he's just a wonderful guy.
God, really, Scotty? Okay, fire it.
All the news you can use, or the news you could lose. It's news time on 108.9 The Hawk.
All right, 74 deaths in just the time that we were talking about Chuck E. Cheese. 74 deaths.
Now, do we know if that was from the Boogie Woogie Flu or from the talk about Chuck E. Cheese?
It was not the talk about, that's entertainment. If anything, that brings people back to life. And it did bring back one. Okay, 73 deaths.
Thank you, Chuck Entertainment.
Thank you for
bringing
Chuck
back just a little bit.
I'm Chuck Entertainment. How are you?
Oh my God. I love his catchphrase, I'm Chuck Entertainment. How are you?
It says nothing about cheese. Whatsoever. He's like, hello, it's me. Here, let's role play. I'm going to be Chuck Entertainment, and you be Jeff the Angry Man Garlock. And it's like, hey, Jeff, it's me, Chuck Entertainment. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing fantastic today, Chuck Entertainment. Hey, have you got anything to tell me about cheese?
Well, we've got plenty of it going on down at Chuck Entertainment Cheese. We got the cheese pizza. We got the pizza. Have you had our new dessert pizza, Jeff?
Oh, of course we've had it with all that blueberry pie filling just dumped onto some matzah bread.
It's on what bread?
Matzah bread.
We're using matzah bread?
Oh, you're using matzah bread. Did you not know that for the cheese?
Oh, God. Here comes Jim Henson.
Oh, no. He got angry.
Well,
you wouldn't like Jim Henson when he's angry.
Walked away. You wouldn't like Henson when he's angry. Turns into, which one would he turn into? He just plops into Oscar?
Yes. He just yes, he turns into Oscar, which is the equivalent of the Hulk in the Muppets universe, of course.
I was driving around.
You wouldn't like Oscar when he's angry. You know what the trick is with Oscar? He's always angry.
He's always angry. Dormammu. I was driving around the other day, and I was, Jeff, I want you to tell me, okay, so 73 deaths. That's where we're at. Okay, go ahead.
Okay,
you can kill it. They know. Driving around the other day, my limo, I get behind a big truck. Not our guy, big truck, but an actual truck that is large.
Big truck wasn't walking down the middle of the street.
He wasn't walking down the street.
Because that is something you got to watch out for.
You got to watch out for a big truck going down the street.
The thing is, like, when he's not driving his truck and when he's not broadcasting from his truck and when he's not doing drop-bys at different events, he just likes to walk down the middle of the street. Hog Street, just back and forth. We call him Walking Big Truck.
Walking Big Truck. And you can hear that weekends right here on 108.9 The Hawk.
Headset microphone, just walking down the street.
Hey, what do you... That's my big truck. That was my impersonation.
Pretty good.
Sounds like a country Charles Entertainment, doesn't it? He's like, hey, I'm Big Truck. How are you? Let's role play. Here we go.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Big Truck. How are you?
Oh, my goodness. Are you a country version of Big Truck?
I'm the country version of Chuck Entertainment.
Oh my goodness! I love your grits. And
God! Here comes Jim Henson.
Oh God! Here he comes again.
Puts his fucking headband out and lassos him in.
Chokes him to death.
So much going on this morning. So much to cover. We're just having fun. We're just
having fun here.
We're just chawing on thoughts and everything here on the Jeff and Wisp show. But we do have to go to traffic.
108.9 The Hawk traffic with Art Spart.
Wow! You take the good, you take the bad, you take them both, and there you have the flu. And that's the facts of life. That and that we have traffic caused by the flu, the Boogie Woogie Flu. Yep, we have a bit of a back up on Bobby Blotzer Way, going right into a 3-car pileup over on the entrance to the Neil Schoen Way. New road right here in Val Verde. And if you want to go down Skinnerd Avenue, well, good luck, because you're going to need it, because everyone in town is sick with the Boogie Woogie Flu and driving like a crazy person, whether they are trying to get to Valmart to get more flu medicine or to the urgent care because they can't believe it's the Boogie Woogie Flu and want one more test, or the hundreds of Val Verdians driving around in a fever dream haze. It is a mess out there.
Worst flu season in 15 years, that is, except for me. And seemingly the rest of the crew in the 108.9 The Hog studio. Luckily for them, I took a cue from the Tom Travolta TV movie. That's right, John's brother Tom Travolta did this movie, The Boy in the Plastic Bubble, and sealed the studio in saran wrap. No one is getting in or out of this place, and we are staying Boogie Woogie Flu free for now. But now I had to do this traffic report and report it truthfully. I am pretty sure we're going to have a bunch of Boogie Woogie Flu-ridden zombies coming to get us, coughing all over us, never doing vampire cough, you know, where you put the thing in here and you do that, always in their goddamn hands, rubbing it on their pants and touching every goddamn doorknob in town. Hell, I think I can even hear them right now. Kind of like Dawn of the Dead, when the zombies find out they made that secret room so they can eat jars of olives and wear furs from the malls in peace. But eventually the zombies figure it out, and so do the Boogie Woogie Flu victims. Just desperate to tell you that they aren't sick while they hack all over you. So for the love of God, people, if you aren't afflicted by this flu, cover your mouth when you cough. But if you see some actual zombies, maybe try coughing on them. Hell, traffic is already bad. We don't need Boogie Woogie Flu zombies to make it worse. And of course, that's traffic, right here on 108.9 The Hawk, brought to you by Bert's Funeral Flowers. Boy, they're getting some business right now. I'm Art Smart.
With Bert's Funeral Flowers, with Bert's Funeral Flowers.
Oh my God, they are getting a lot of business right now. Do we have a current tally on the old bodies there? Like a total, like since the Boogie Woogie Flu came back, Scotty, is there a number? Okay, here we go. All right. 4,383 since yesterday.
Whew.
Whew.
Whew. Wow.
Wow.
Bert's Funeral Flowers. They got to be running out of flowers soon.
They are gonna be running out of flowers.
I got to say, I don't know if I should be thanking Chuck Entertainment or cursing him for turning some of these dead victims into zombies so that maybe they become Boogie Woogie Flu zombies. This seems like a real predicament here.
You know, I've never had the Boogie Woogie Flu.
Oh, God, no.
But I do.
Because I took the jab.
Oh, I took the jab. The biggest needle you've ever seen. It's like a Ticonderoga pencil just going right into your arm. Did
I say, give me a number 2.
A Ticonderoga. Is it
Ticonderoga number 2 a jab?
Number 2, just shove it right in. But first, could you dip it in some of that Boogie Woogie Flu sauce that's going to keep me from getting the Boogie Woogie?
Exactly.
And that's what Dr. Jimmy calls it.
I love to brag about getting it as much as people who don't get the jab love to brag about getting it.
They're moving in front of you. I'm like, well, you should have had the jab. And they're just like,
sometimes I think if this radio career doesn't work out, I could somehow make a career out of liking the jab. It seems like some people have made entire careers about not liking the jab. Podcasts and the such. Godspeed to them. I love it that that's where we're at. That you could just make a career out of it. And of course, we're talking about Eric Clapton as one of them.
When it comes to the solution for Boogie Woogie Flu, Jeff, I gotta say, in song.
Gotta say.
In song. Gotta say. In song.
In a song.
Any moment, Ozzy.
Gotta have to say, Ozzy.
I don't know. It's Ozzy on 108.9 The Hawk. Hi, I'm Jason Gore with your 108.9 The Hawk concert calendar, brought to you by Fog Car, the slow rides in Val Verde, driven by the actual members of Foghat. Take it easy, Fog Car. On the 12th at Zazzers, make sure you have your ticket to see Winger, with support from Skinwalker Texas Ranger, Sugarfoot, and Pogo Nick and his Pogo Sticks. On the 13th at the Enormo Dome, it's the Eagles kicking off their Hell Will Have Us Soon tour, with local support from Randy Chud and Bass Eater. And then if you're in the mood for comedy with no limits, head on down to Dingbats on the 15th with Tony F.U., Big Shy Eric Slasserton, Jenny Spiriad, and Rob Schneider. And that's your 108.9 The Hot Concert Calendar, brought to you by Fog Car. If you're going to be a fool for the city, let the guys from Foghat get you home safely. Fog Car.
Going Deep with Greg Lemon Sour.
Are we good? Are we okay? We are, because you've got Greg Lemon Sour coming to you every night, 7 p.m. with some of the dustiest grooves, some of the deepest cuts, some of the vinyl that you will find in the way back of the bin when your fingers are hurting and they're covered in dust and you're thinking, I need to give up. No, because that's where the good stuff lies. Don't listen to Olivia Rodrigo. Listen to this canned B-side that nobody wants to listen to except me. I'm going deep with Greg Lemon Sour. Are we good? Are we okay? We are.
Going Deep with Greg Lemon Sour every weekday night at 7 on 108.9 The Hog.
And I can prove it all night long that there is no cure for the Boogie Woogie Flu currently running rampant in Val Verde. Now, I did get a news report. Let's go ahead and fire.
All the news you can use, or the news you can lose. It's news time on 108.9 The Hog.
Jeff, do you know the number of people in Charlottesburg currently dealing with the Boogie Woogie Flu? What do you think the number is? Think of it as, wait. Think of this as a big old jar of jelly beans. How many jelly beans that represent deaths from Boogie Woogie Flu?
Well, here's the problem.
Belly.
In that jar of jelly beans,
yes,
how many of those jelly beans are bodies from Val Verde that have wandered across the line into Charlottesburg?
Okay, for your math and for your jelly belly jar of people who have succumbed to the Boogie Woogie Flu, half of it.
All right, half. All right.
Half of it.
So then I'm going to say, you know what? I'm going to Price Is Right it. I'm going to say 3 buttered popcorn jelly bellies.
Okay, so if we're doing jelly belly math, and I haven't done this in school.
Oh my God.
You're saying
the kids with their new math, they're not doing jelly belly math anymore.
If you're not doing jelly belly math, why are you doing math?
I don't think you are.
Tell me, Mr. Pythagorean. Have you heard my Mr. Pythagorean impression? Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Hey, I'm Mr. Pythagorean. How are you, Jeff?
I'm doing quite all right.
Oh,
Mr.
God, Jim Henson.
Oh, jeez. And that was the best-selling comedy record in 1974.
Mr. Pythagorean?
Yes. And, of course, the man who played Jim Henson on that record did die the year later.
Did die. Yep. What were we talking about? Oh, we're talking
jelly belly math for how many people have died in Charlottesburg.
Okay, that is
through buttered popcorn jelly belly jelly beans.
If I'm doing the math, I'm just going to say the entire population of Charlottesburg wiped out.
Really?
Am I right?
You're right. Ding, ding, ding.
Ding, ding, ding. There we go.
My God.
Hey, Scotty,
so we don't have Charlottesburg to worry about anymore.
When you get a second, Scotty. Oh, well, turn off the music. Turn off the music. God, you are fucking everything up.
Starting to worry.
Scotty.
You got the Boogie Woogie Flu the way you're acting.
Oh, my God. He's shaking.
He's shaking. Oh, wait. He's just saying his head. He's shaking his head.
Oh, okay. He just couldn't hear it.
It's hard to tell with that freaking guy.
Oh, God. I got worried that we were going to lose Scotty there for a second. But since we're not, I could use more wine in the old goblet there, Scotty. Whenever you just fill my Nalgene bottle
Might as
up.
well pour some more in there. I mean,
you might as well pour some.
I got to say, I don't know if you've been checking the X tweets.
Oh, God.
I just typed in hashtag Boogie Woogie Flu. And I got here Mick Fleetwood.
What?
Who is, I'm loving him. He just said, more cocaine. Hashtag Boogie Woogie Flu. So I don't know if he's suggesting that cocaine could solve
Wait,
the Boogie
is he
Woogie
thinking
Flu?
that it is cocaine that is going to be the solve for this?
I mean, maybe he's thinking like this is his dialectric or something.
Let's figure it out. Line 23, Jeff, you go ahead and take this one. Mick Fleetwood on the line. I got to take a shit.
Line 23, Mick Fleetwood. I can't believe we're talking. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, hello there, mate. It's me, Mick Fleetwood. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing fantastic. I don't have the Boogie Woogie Flu in it. I'm guessing you don't currently right now either. Or
no,
do you?
I don't even have a touch of it, mate. No Boogie Woogie Flu. I don't have it up here in my chest. I don't have it in my little balls. I don't
That's
have
where
it
it
in
gets
my
you the
little
most
balls
is in your
that
little
dangle
balls.
between my legs.
Yeah.
My 2 sets of balls. I've got two little balls.
Two little
and then
balls.
I've got 2 smaller balls underneath that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I heard those when you had that drum set on your body. You tapped those 2 sets of little balls.
Oh my God, those were my cymbals. Now, if you're doing jelly belly math,
of course,
how many sets of balls do I got on me?
Oh, I mean, I'm gonna say 4 toasted marshmallows.
Yeah.
So, Mick, while I've got you here and you're clearly using what I'm guessing is maybe your miracle cure.
Oh,
Were
no,
you
these are-
suggesting in your X tweet?
Yeah.
That
Oh, I love X. Have you been on X? It's my favorite thing. I love getting on there.
Mm-hmm.
I love talking with the people.
Oh, my
I
God.
love finding out what the people are doing.
My God.
I love just posting random shit on there that make people think like, oh, is that something? Oh, is that? Did I get you with a little? Oh, is that something? Did I there, Jeff?
I mean, that is the best way to communicate with people is through X
Did I
tweets,
get
as we all know.
Oh,
But is
yeah.
that what you're telling us? Is that we could use cocaine to solve the Boogie Woogie Flu?
You thought I was giving you I am not a doctor.
Sure.
I've never played a doctor before.
Like most people on X tweets.
There are no real doctors except for Dr. Jimmy.
Oh, my
Dr.
God.
Jimmy is a real doctor, and he's down there. He's giving me all this on prescription.
And I appreciate that lately Dr. Jimmy's just been using X Twitter
Oh,
to do most of his doctoring work.
it's basically his
And
own
he's got
little
2 blue
prescription
checks. I don't know if he talked to Elon about that, but
Don't tell me that you love me. That's Tusk, mate.
that is Tusk.
You ever heard that one? It's one of ours. We did that. We did Tusk. You
Great
ever hear that
record.
one?
I'm pretty sure you played almost nothing on that record.
Don't
Hardly
stop.
even any drums, as far as I
Thinking
know.
about tomorrow. Don't stop. It'll soon be here. Now you heard that one? Well, that's one of ours
Yeah,
too.
we've heard that one.
It's
We've
called
definitely-
"Don't Stop."
It's a beautiful song. But are you again, going back to your medical advice,
Oh yeah,
and you're not a doctor.
I'm not a doctor. Did you think I was a doctor, mate?
I mean, it does say MickFleetwoodMD as your Twitter handle.
Yeah, yeah.
And you do just say
You
in
know
your
what MD
bio, I do
stands
my own
for.
research.
I do more. I do. You got, at the end of the day, mate, you can't rely on anybody else's
really can't rely on
research. You got to do it on your own.
Oh my God. I've got to say, you don't sound great, though. You might not have the Boogie Woogie Flu, but you might have a
ever
couple
heard-
other problems.
A song, it's called "Oh Well."
I do believe
That's
yes.
a good one. That's a Fleetwood Mac song. You ever heard?
Yes, it is a good one. I don't understand why you're just asking me about various
No,
Fleetwood
I'm
Mac
just
songs.
curious. I'm making you think a little bit.
You're just doing your own research on what Fleetwood Mac songs I know.
I'm making you think a little bit, mate.
I guess I'm thinking a
Doesn't
little
it
bit.
Doesn't it make you think a little bit, mate?
I mean, I gotta say, it does make me think a little bit. I appreciate you trying to make us think here.
Tell me lies.
What was that, Mick?
Tell me sweet little lies.
Oh my God. Okay, yes, it's another
Tell me
lies.
Tell me lies. That's a song called Little Lies.
It is, and now you're not
You ever heard
quoting
that one,
any
mate?
songs that I believe you wrote yourself. There's
Oh, no, I wrote them all.
oh, you did.
I wrote
Interesting.
them all. Lindsay's like, hey, whose name should I put on this one? I'm like, fucking, maybe put my name on there. You don't get to get them all yourself. And then McVee's like, no, this one's mine, motherfuckers. And she pulls a switchblade and she starts jabbing McVee right in the gut. And McVee loves every second of it because that's how their love worked out back in the 70s.
Rest in power,
He's-
McVee. I mean,
He's got so many stab wounds right here in his belly area. That's why
from
he
Christine.
from Christine. That's why he held his bass so high, because he's
God.
just covering up all the scar tissue.
That poor guy. He was like, maybe don't write a song about you having sex with our sound guy. And she's like, got, right in the stomach. Right in the
Oh,
stomach.
you got me again, Christine. Still love you. Have you ever heard that song?
Still love you.
No, scar tissue that I make you don't. Sarcastic, Mr. Know It. Oh, it's
Beautiful. Who knew Christine McVie was so angry?
Do you know that
Rest
song?
in power. I
You
do.
heard that
Yes,
one,
I
Scott?
do know that song.
That's not ours, mate.
Yes, I know, but I know it. You asked me just.
That's from a band called Red Hot Chili Peppers. I know them. I've hung out with them for a few times.
It's beautiful that you and the Chai Peps are tight.
Am I just on the show now, mate?
It seems like you're on the show, and
I'm
I
not just
think
doing this with
I
you.
think we might let you go soon because
Really?
you keep blowing rails and getting us distracted. Oh my God! I think Mick Fleetwood could be
I've
either
got
getting a case
to
of the
get out
Boogie
of
Woogie
here,
Flu,
mate. I've got-
dying, or
I know. Oh, God.
enjoying
Oh,
life a bit too
I'm
much.
completely inoculated. from the bird flu, from the Boogie Woogie Flu, mate.
Oh my God! If bird flu and Boogie Woogie Flu merge, then we're gonna have some problems.
Boogie Woogie Bird Flu.
Boogie Woogie Bird Flu. They're just shaking up there while they're with their wings.
We're fucking done.
Fucking done.
We're fucking done. I gotta get out of here, mate. You know where I gotta go?
Where are you gonna go?
Clinton's inauguration ball.
Oh.
They're waiting for me, mate. All the Fleetwood Macs finally up on stage again, all together, and they're like, Mick, please come up here. It's 1993.
Oh God, Scotty, I don't know. Should I tell him that he is
All right, click.
way past?
I'm
My
back.
God, he thinks that Clinton's getting inaugurated tonight.
Is he?
Oh, I'm not sure he is.
I thought you were referencing as it was something real. Okay.
I mean, that would be really a bad case of the Boogie Woogie Flu if all of a sudden Bill Clinton was getting inaugurated.
No, that was a phone call, but it smells so much like cocaine in here.
It's kind of beautiful that he does that much cocaine that it can go through the phone lines like the movie Shocker.
Oh, wow. We got another call, Jeff. This one's for you. Line 6. Go ahead and take this.
Yeah, line 6. Who's talking to us at 108.9 The Hog? This is Jeff the Younger Man Garlock.
Hey, it's Kirk Cameron from Growing Pains.
Oh, Kirk Cameron from Growing Pains.
Hey,
we
what's
knew
going
you were
on?
calling in.
What's going on, man?
Oh, well, I mean, so in case you don't know, we do have a rampant case of
And in
Boogie Woogie
case
Flu.
you don't know, Jesus Christ. Have
wait.
you heard of him?
Yeah,
Have you heard of him,
All right,
Jeff?
Kirk, so I have heard of
Have you
him.
ever let a little JC in your heart? I know you've got an angry heart. That's why they call you the angry man. But do you think you'd have such an angry heart if you let a little Jesus Christ in?
I mean, it's
Just a
possible I
taste.
wouldn't.
Just a little, just like what if it was just the tip?
Just the tip of JC?
What if it was just the tip in your heart? Do you think you could do that?
I mean,
Just like
I've
barely
watched the
touching.
Left Behind movie. That felt a little bit like just the tip.
Well, this is exactly what it's about. When I wrote Left Behind the movie, I know it was based on those books, but I wrote it all it was all off of stuff
course you
going
did.
on in here. And so I said, I want people to watch Left Behind and think that it was just the tip. A little JC touching your heart. Are you ready for that, Jeff?
I mean, well,
Oh
here's
my
the problem.
God, Jim Henson.
Oh, Jesus.
Click.
Wow.
Wow.
And we didn't even get, I mean, Jim Henson has been going crazy.
Where
we were
does
trying
he
to get
keep
down to the
coming
bottom
from?
of, is the Boogie Woogie Flu part of the rapture?
well.
But Jim Henson ain't going to let us get those answers
I
today.
don't think he's going to let us get it, but update. Kirk Cameron dead
Oh,
from
okay.
the Boogie Woogie Flu. We're
Guess he got
assuming
more
it's
than
the
just
Boogie
the
Woogie
tip.
Flu. We're
There.
assuming it's the Boogie Woogie Flu, but he was dismembered by it. This is the first time we've ever seen a full-body dismemberment by what we assume to be the Boogie Woogie Flu.
Look, if you
Just
got a bad
assuming.
enough case of the Boogie Woogie Flu, your body's going to be shaking and all over the place.
Your
And
arms
limbs
are gonna
just
be
go
going
flying
all-
off.
Now, that isn't proven. That is not proven, Val Verde. If you're
That's
listening
not
to
proven.
this on Soundgarden Boulevard and you're shaking and like, oh, God, they're going to come up with something. Oh, God, a Dustin Hoffman-like character is going to come and figure out how to fix this before we get nuked. That's not officially a thing. I, on the other hand, kind of think it could have been the ghost of Jim Henson.
Could have been the ghost of Jim
It's an
Henson.
angry, dismembering ghost. And maybe he's trying to get arms from people to make new puppets, which would be great. I'd love to see a new puppet.
Because when those Muppets go crazy and they go, "Ah," and those arms go everywhere,
It's just
I
like
bet you
that.
they just fly off and they need new
It's
human
just
arms
like
to replace
that.
arms on the Muppets. My God. I guess we're going to have to go to MickFleetwoodMD's Twitter handle later to see where his...
He's not a doctor.
He's not a doctor, but he does
tell
say
you that
MD.
on the phone that he is not a doctor.
Oh, no, he verified that he definitely is not a doctor, even though he's
Okay,
double
good.
verified
Okay, good.
on the tweets.
Coming up, we'll check in with weather, but right now, one thing that this is definitely giving you in Val Verde right now, if you have the Boogie Woogie Flu, you can consider it a done deal. It's called brain damage on 108.9 The Hawk.
I'm not afraid of dying.
Doesn't it seem like prices on the airlines just keep going up and up? Are you tired of all the hidden fees when you have to fly from one place to the other? Did you think you still bought kind of an expensive ticket, and yet you still need to check your backpack and you're loading in Zone 9, and you're not flying on Spirit Airlines? Then maybe you need a new flight experience here at Shipbox Airlines. The only airline that says we tell it like it is and it is shitty. Here on Shipbox Airlines, you definitely don't have an assigned seat or a zone. Do whatever you want, because we might not even get you where you want to be going. Hell, we might even lose an engine or two on the flight. But don't you think there's a peace of mind in knowing that the flight is going to be terrible, instead of that hope that it's like, ooh, I'm on Delta, it's definitely going to be at least okay. Here on Shipbox Airlines, it's guaranteed to not be. And that's the Shipbox Airlines promise. Shipbox Airlines. We tell it like it is.
Hey, this is Dirty McStunkton from the Dirty McStunkton Quartet, and I listen to Jeff and Wisp, but mostly Wisp, on the Jeff and Wisp Show.
108.9 The Hog.
You want absurd scoops? We got them. Serving the biggest scoops of ice cream in all of Val Verde. Absurd scoops. I'm Charlie Absurd. When I was a kid in Val Verde growing up, I had one dream. Eat the biggest scoops of ice cream. When I got out of business school, my dream quickly turned into serving the biggest scoops of ice cream in all of Val Verde. Absurd scoops. Rocky Road, vanilla, strawberry, passion fruit, chocolate, Neapolitan, cookies and cream, chocolate, double chocolate, brownie fudge something, vanilla cherry terror swirl, marshmallow, bananas, mint chocolate chip, butter pecan, salted caramel, Van Dam moose tracks, raspberry ripple, and over 400 more flavors. Val Verde knows that when it wants to get absurd, it comes down to absurd scoops. Hog Street.
Ooh-wee. Wild night is coming. And of course, it is going to be a wild night tonight here in Val Verde, because that's when the disease gets even worse. The Boogie Woogie Flu kind of turns everyone into a weird cryptid monster that takes over the city and completely trashes everything you and I love. So
I think it's bad in the morning, and then the wild night is calling, and all of a sudden so's the Boogie Woogie Flu.
All of a sudden you hear a Boogie Woogie Flu victim go, ooh-wee,
Oh,
boom,
boy.
they're a monster, and Art Spart's out there just slaying them left and right. Or you may have to shoot and kill your Boogie Woogie Flu infected loved one tonight, Val Verde. I'm just saying, I don't love it.
If you're getting home from your slob job, we don't say that it's a good thing or a bad thing, but if you see that your loved one has turned into some sort of Cthulhu style, merged with a Loch Ness Monster cryptid that just keeps saying, ooh, you might want to shoot it in its one or multiple heads.
You would think that it would be singing Rockin' Pneumonia and Boogie Woogie Flu. No. It's singing John Mellencamp's cover of Van Morrison's original.
Yes.
Wild Night. The one that he did with Michelle and Daggiocello.
Oh my goodness, one of the best.
One of the best songs to come out of the 90s. I had it on Casingle.
I had it on mini disc.
I had it on one of those little things that you would get from the store that would just like play the first 5 seconds of a song, but you wore it as a necklace.
I had on that weird one they tried to market to kids that only had one song on it.
Love that one.
And you're like, why is going on here? Why would I buy this? It seems like it's more expensive than a record, but it's for kids. And it was great. And Godspeed to Van Morrison, you know? I hope he's doing okay.
Godspeed to Van Morrison. I am being told.
I feel like he's been left out of a lot of these new Eric Clapton songs, by the way.
God, he must be pissed.
My God.
I would be pissed.
I'd be pissed. I mean, he's like, I'm on Team No Jab.
Yeah,
here. And you keep leaving me off. We do one goddamn song.
Oh, Team No Jab.
Team No Jab. My God.
Well, I hope you did get your jab for the Boogie Woogie Flu, because it's very bad. And apparently we do have to go down to our street reporter, because he is walking the streets. Ladies and gentlemen, Big Truck.
Oh, Big Truck.
Yep, I'm down here.
Walking Big Truck. Where are you now, by the way? Are you on Hog Street?
I'm down on Hog Street. I'm over by Flute Alley. If you need a real location of where I am, it's Flute Alley.
Now, of course, if you are a victim of the Boogie Woogie Flu, don't use this information against Walking Big Truck.
No way, man. I am triple vaxxed against the Boogie Woogie Flu and the Rockin' Pneumonia.
Of course, because you went to Dr. Jimmy. Dr. Jimmy will give you more than one.
Dr. Jimmy's just like, hey, you want any of this? And he opens up his shot box, and he's got rubella, he's got mumps, he's got parvo, he's got black lung, he's got fire fingers, he's got crusty ass, he's got crust lung.
The thing with Dr. Jimmy too is, you know how they're always like, which arm do you want it in? He's like, put them all in one arm.
Put them all in one arm.
Stick them in one arm, and he just does it all at once. It's like he holds them
once,
just like blop. And you can hear it squeezing into your veins.
You got foot purge.
My God.
You've got granola dick.
And I suffered
got
from
that shit.
granola dick when I was a
do.
kid, and you don't want to get that. I'll tell you right
Once
now.
you have granola dick, ladies and gentlemen, there ain't getting rid. It's like the human Pavlova virus.
My God.
Toot
It's the
toot.
worst. Toot toot. Toot toot's a human Pavlova virus.
Toot toot. That's what I say every day. I say
do.
toot toot to the human Pavlova virus. And that's a PSA from 108.9 The Hog.
So, walking Big Truck, can you tell us what it's like down there? How are the streets feeling? How are the people feeling? Are they not
the people
feeling
are
you? I hope.
very good. Sorry, what was the rest of your goddamn question? You were still talking, and I started.
I just want to
talking,
make sure
and-
they're not actually feeling you, because that would be a definite case that might even get through the triple vaccine that Dr. Jimmy's giving.
No, man, I got myself a cattle prod,
Oh,
and
God.
whenever they try to come near me, I'm just like, get it, and I just fire at them, and they explode on contact.
That's a Boogie Woogie Flu for you.
That is the Boogie Woogie Flu.
It's
for
like
ya.
one of those the guy from Big Trouble in Little China. He just you get him with. You
I've
say,
never
"Get
seen
it."
that. Is that good?
Oh, you should definitely.
Should
see
I be?
Big
What
Trouble in
would I
Little
like about that movie? Like, sell it to me. Let's say I am at Chris Lesranko's Movies and More, and I'm there, and I'm talking to Chris, and Chris is like, "Oh, I really like this movie." Well, do it in his
Dead on
voice.
Chris, by the way.
You
Dead
are going to
on
be Chris in the. Thank you. Now you're going to be Chris in this scenario.
I say, all right. Do you like Kung Fu?
No,
Do you like John Carpenter?
I love John Carpenter, man.
Do you like a giant floating ball with eyes that licks itself with an eye?
Man, that's a conundrum right there. 'Cause I got to think on that for a second.
While
Now,
you're
saying-
thinking on that, do you like 3 superpowered, maybe gods, maybe not, one of them going on to be the influence to a Mortal Kombat character, and at least one of them explodes because he's so either sad or upset at one reason, and it's kind of unclear?
All right, fuck it, sold. Put it on. You go ahead and mark it down on my card that I will definitely pay at the end of the month, because you can
Man.
run a tab at Chris Lesranko's Movies and More.
I got
It's
to tell you,
like-
Chris Franco's Movies and More, it is just the place you got to go if you want atomic fireballs and weird sour candy to drink with a jolt and never pay them. And that's the beauty of down
Never
there.
fucking pay him a dime. He's gonna ask you every fucking time. He's like, "Hey, Big Truck, you think you could pay off the tab this?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, definitely. Hey, hold on. Hey, where's the bathroom?" And the bathroom's got a big old window in it, and you just pull your little ass right through it. You go toot toot as you drive off with a finger out your window. So
You know what I like
pay
to
you
do?
next month, Chris.
When Chris asks me to pay up for my tab, I go, I definitely will do that today.
Yes.
And then I go through those little cowboy doors that are also covered with a beaded curtain. And you know you're going into the filthiest, tightest adult section you have ever seen. And there is not any just like standard porn. It's just immediately golden showers and fisting. And for some reason, he has a big open bay window that you can just escape through. So I take
Yeah,
a
you
couple
just get through
porn,
there.
and the boxes are the biggest
Oh, they're
boxes you have
huge, man.
ever seen.
You look at one of these porno boxes, you're like, "What is this whole? Is this Roots? Are there 7 VHS tapes in here? Is this the blue and gray on VHS?"
And then you're like, nope, it's Golden Showers Archives Volume 24 in clamshell.
And then
It's
you
so
s-
big you could get into it. And sometimes I escape by just getting into one of those clamshells and
just-
hoping some horn dog with an old sock comes in and takes me out of the store.
Eric Clapton comes in there. He's like, "Hey man, you need help? You need help getting out? Are you trying to skip out on your bill too?"
If
And
there's
I'm like,
one thing I
"Yeah."
know about Eric Clapton, he's a
man.
no jabber and he
He's a
loves
no-jabber.
golden showers.
I saw him in there. He was in there last time I was in there. He was looking at something called Field and Stream. And
my
I'm like, maybe not, man. That's an 18 taper.
Oh my God.
You're
It's so
gonna be-
many. There's a lot of plot in Field and Stream,
Oh my-
though. That's
oh
the
my
crazy
God.
part.
It's basic. Well, if you're wondering about the movie Field and Stream, it's the story of Lewis and Clark through pornography,
Of course.
through porno, Jeff.
Through porno, which is the best way to learn history.
Oh my God. If I could have learned history, like we had to watch that bullshit Ken Burns Civil War.
Bunch
and
of
if it could have
talking
been
head
told,
and
oh my God, if you could have heard a Shokin farewell. While someone is just getting railed on one of those weird wooden fences at Antietam, and you're just like, okay, well, that was a bloody battle.
It was a bloody
After-
battle at Antietam, and I
Oh.
can tell by them getting railed with a sepia tone. over them.
God.
Most people don't know that The Adventures of Milo and Otis, that wonderful
Really?
Disney movie, was based off of Field and Stream.
I had no idea. I'm going to leave you with this. My favorite part of Field and Stream, where it was just like the Civil War from Ken Burns. It was a letter. It was like, "Dear Mama, I'm still out in the field. Got railed again. Gettysburg was tough."
Wow. Not a dry eye in the house.
Yeah, but I'm surrounded by people shaking to their death out here. It is
yeah,
a
Boogie
bad
Woogie
thing.
Flu.
It is the Boogie Woogie Flu. All I got to say is, don't get it, and toot toot to you.
Well, there you go.
All right,
Walking
Davis.
big truck. I mean, I don't know if we really got into anything about the Boogie
I don't
Woogie
think there
Flu
was anything
completely,
in there that was really a report.
But it does make me think I got to go down to Chris Florenco's movies and more and
my
pick up
God.
some more Jolt, if you know what I mean.
Oh, you put everything on your tab down there.
Oh my God.
You
I
go
put
down
everything-
there and you're just like, oh my God, I need.
You should see my new couch that I have. I just put
Did
it
you
on
get
the
it from
tab.
Chris Lorenco's movies?
It
and
was
more?
just sitting
That's
in
the
that
more
front.
part,
Yeah.
right?
And I was like, why have a waiting room in your video store?
Well, you know what? It's a bad thing. It's feverish. You're out there in Val Verde. You're burning up. You know, I just got to say, if you don't have the Boogie Woogie Flu yet, don't get it.
I mean, that's
If
just sound advice, people.
If you do have the Boogie Woogie Flu, I apologize. But if you do have a fever from the Boogie Woogie Flu and it's just burning and burning and burning, chances are it's burning for both me
Who else?
and for you. Blue Oyster Cult by request on 108.9 The Hawk. Hey, we'll be right back. We've got Ed Begley Jr. coming up in the next segment. Oh my God, he's shaking.
He's
He is shaking.
But he's gonna
so
show us how to
badly.
make
oh,
vegan
no, it was a
fraps.
magic. He's a what?
Vegan fraps.
Well, that's what he was shaking then. He was shaking up his vegan frap. I'm a Hawk. 108.9 The Hawk with Jason Gore and Jeff Garlock.
A comedy podcast about a fictional classic rock radio station.
Hear and see new episodes every Monday. Subscribe on YouTube,
Apple Podcasts,
Spotify,
Pocket Casts.
Overcast, and wherever you get your podcasts. Support the show by going to patreon.com/1089 The Hawk. Get video and audio episodes 1 week early, bonus shows, and so much more. Get that merch by going to our website at 1089thehawk.com. And if you like what you heard in this episode, you can check out a ton of 108.9 The Hawk episodes on our website at 1089thehawk.com or wherever you get your podcasts. A comedy podcast about a fictional classic rock radio station. 108.9 The Hawk with Jason Gore and Jeff Garlock.